welcome to another Watcher of Realms video, and in this video we are going to be talking about some new banners that are on the horizon. Obviously we do know the upcoming weekend's banners, but also there is a little bit of a sneak peek at banners even up to the weekend after that, and there are some very nice banners indeed when it comes to the ancient banners, and this is the kind of summons that you want to hold until the very right point, and it's such a nice banner. It's kind of alluring to me, so I thought I'd talk about it. Right now we'll look at the current banners that are coming up on this coming weekend. You can see we have got a Magda and Constance legendary banner, kind of just the standard 20 times drop rate. This could include the new kind of drop rate where, like, if you don't get a promoted character, it will raise the chance of getting a promoted character after that. And then we also have an ancient banner, which is going to be Ardea and Ymeret. Two very strong characters, two of the better characters on the actual ancient pool. Two characters that are very usable. Obviously, Ymeret does count as a Lord, so if you did pull Ymeret, it would reset your Lord Pity. That can be a big upside to some people because it's more guaranteed that you can get this character, but it obviously can be a downside to some people who don't want to reset their Pity on effectively what is a non-Lord. This is a very strong banner. I see a lot of people talking about it. Is the potential to pull for this actually very good? And I think it is definitely a good banner to go in on. If you don't have either of these characters, especially so, and if you, let's say, want an Ardea, it's low risk to do like a 50 pull or 100 pull if you've got a decent amount of ancients sitting by, because her pull is completely random. You could get her in the first 10, you could pull 200 and not get any. I have done a lot of viewer summons before, and I have pulled like 200 summons for people, 250, 300, and they haven't got any non-Lord drops. It can be terrible sometimes. And then I've done some for people, and I've done 100, and they've got like 3 or 4. So it just can be like that. Obviously, Ardea would be in the pool of characters where it's just random. So you have to get really lucky. I believe it is a 1% chance for a non-Lord legendary to drop in Ancients, and I think it's 0.8 for a Lord. So it is actually pretty good legendary drop rates in Ancients, but they're quite hard to come by. I think the last character I went all in on was Nastya, and we'll just bring her up, and I did A1 her with a Soul Stone. As you can see, she is ungeared at the moment because you got to swap the gear around. And she's a great character, but this was weeks ago, and I have managed to total up my Ancients a little bit in preparation for the anniversary. And I should be on course to potentially guarantee myself a legendary Lord drop, because that's 185. And I think I got her with 7 to 10 left on what I had. So I think I'm like 10 into Pity. The reason I talk about this is because while this banner does not really allure me, I have Ardea, I don't really care for Ymeret. I will get her when I get her, or him when I get him. I'll get the dragon when I get the dragon. The other banner is very interesting. If you go into the details here, you can see on the second anniversary celebration preview, if you just scroll down just a little bit, it brings up one of the first, air quotes, anniversary banners. This is officially an anniversary banner because we have a brand new character in Valara coming out, and the Lord is Ingrid, who I already have A5. I use Soul Stones on, but we should be getting reset books, and I actually have a reset book from last anniversary still just on my account. So if I did get unlucky and I got Ingrid, I could reset my Ingrid and just get a Soul Stone back. But Valara fits into the same pool that Ardea does, and it's going to be a character that's just completely random on the drop. She is a brand new character, and she is going to be part of the brand new tactical class, effectively. And she will have a bond skill, I believe. I don't have access to any test server stuff, so I can't really look into this. But she does have a bond skill with the limited character, which is Moradin. And you can see Moradin starts the same weekend. He's going to start on the 17th of July, and he's going to go to the 21st. And then you can see that the Ancient banner is going to be the 19th of July to the 22nd. So it's just going to last one extra day, but it's going to be over the same weekend, kind of like what you're seeing right now with these banners right here. They'll start a little bit fragmented, and then they'll just the Ancient banner will just last a little bit longer, 12th to 14th. This will probably end on the 14th as well. Oh, no, it doesn't. 11th to 13th. I guess they do this because I'm not really sure. I don't know why they make one banner last a little bit longer than the other. But it is what it is. One thing to notice, if you are a spender, the only time you can ever buy Ancients is when Ancient banners are up. So if you do want to prepare for that other banner, which is a nice looking banner by the looks of things, I probably am going to pull the trigger on this one, just because obviously the new characters on here. Ancients are great to pull. Ingrid is definitely not a bad pull. I wouldn't mind getting some Soul Stones back. But you might want to stock up on some Ancients this weekend with Ardea and your Merit banner being up. And then also the following weekend, if you, like I say, if you are a spender, that's the only time you can spend on buy Ancients is the Ancient weekends. If you're like me, who just grinds hard and tries to get as many Ancients out of the game, you've got to cross your fingers for your Semra boss rewards. I unfortunately this week didn't get any Ancients on my Semra APOC 2 rewards, and I got 120k. I got like 240k. And the game was like, no, we're not going to give you any divines, and we're not going to give you any ancients. And that's how it can go sometimes, unfortunately. I'm really hoping I can get maybe another 15 before the 19th, because this banner does look very juicy. Valara is the one I've got my eyes on. And I'll probably, when I pull for her, I will just stop if I get her. Like I talked about with Ardea, you could do a 30-40 pull for Ardea. And especially if you don't really care to get Ingrid, you're not risking it too much because there's no pity for the non-lords. People still hope there could be one day, but there's no pity for the non-lords. I think there should be like 150 or like a 200 pity for non-lords as well, but that's beyond the point. I think it's still definitely worth going in for Ardea if you don't have her. A sneaky 30, 40, 50. And then saving the rest for Valara. Like I said, has got a bond skill with the new limited character. Should be able to get your hands guaranteed on this character if you've been saving. I myself have been. They've been throwing the summons at us quite a lot. Obviously, Anniversary will give us a lot more summons as well. And then we've got some other characters and other banners and so on and so forth. I'm not really sure how good these banners really are going to be. Elowen obviously is top tier. Malvera is interesting. She's a very interesting character, but she doesn't seem to have any area of the game where she's like elite at the moment. But things can change. Elowen is just pretty much forever going to be elite. I think the way she's going to fall off is probably based on her stats. Like she's going to have too low HP, and the kind of power creep you're going to have maybe in the years to come could be that she's just not surviving situations where she otherwise should. She effectively will become like a Medan versus a newer version of her. Kind of like Narissa is the newer version of the lizard guy. I can't remember all these names. And then we have the exclusive pick your banner, which looks really good too. And there's going to be a lot of choices here. It's every former limited character is going to be in this exclusive Hero's Return, but except the Moradin, which you're going to be able to pull for anyway. A lot of nice characters here. A lot of characters that people may never have seen before. You know, like Dahlia hasn't been around for ages, and I know there are some newer players. Again, not an elite character, but for collection purposes, this is probably going to work like Lucky Pick, where when you pick your character and you pull them, the second you do your first pull, or the second you lock in your pick, that's it. Even if you get the character, you probably will not be able to change it. It'll work like a normal limited banner after that. We'll find out very soon. This is going to happen near the end of the month, so you have got a little bit of time to stock up here. You could go in on Moradin and still have enough summons probably for this one as well. So I think the rewards look good. Picking your banners looks very interesting. And like I say, Valara, that banner does look good. We've got the skins and other rewards as well. So the Anniversary is looking good. I believe this character is a shard summon, so no summons required. And like I said, look, tons of summons we're going to be getting back. It doesn't say how many, but this is a lot of different summons. At least it would be 7 here, but some of these are going to be double ups. And then we've got other things as well. So I think you could be quite generous in how much you're going to be spending summons-wise, especially if you're free to play. Try and get as much out of this. The limiteds are the best to go for. But this juicy banner here, this juicy banner right here has got me interested. You had my attention, game. You had my attention. Do tell me if you think this is a good banner to spend your ancients on. If you're someone who is like me and tries to save it for good times. Valera looks like a lot of fun. And like I said, I wouldn't be too disappointed in another Ingrid. But maybe we can get someone else. Maybe I can finally get a Praetus. Even though I know he's fallen off a little bit, it would be kind of cool. Like I say, just a little look at the upcoming banners. My thoughts, I think this is obviously an upcoming weekend of skip on the main banners. But if you do want a cheeky couple of pulls to try and get yourself an Ardea, I think that'll be absolutely fine. Just try and save yourself some summons for Valara if you are interested in her. Like I said, give me your thoughts on which characters out of these ones you're kind of interested in. That is the end of my video. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.